We're talking Coursera now here. Coursera announced, I believe it was last Thursday, beats estimates and issues strong guidance moving forward.
Yeah, so a little history is important here. A year ago, Coursera gave guidance for 2023 that was horrendous. They indicated that their growth was slowing, that business was weak, and the stock just got crushed. It traded below $10. Um, and it was one of those things that you never want to take a loss, but if there's a problem with the business, you need to sell it or you're going to take a bigger loss. And so, there was a debate here at Deep Knowledge Investing. What do we do with the stock? And I had the opportunity at the time, a year ago, to talk to the company. And I said, guys, what's going on? Why did your guidance get so weak? Why is the growth rate coming down so rapidly? And the answer they gave me was, it's not. We were just being conservative. Right? They were issuing conservative guidance they didn't want to miss. And so they were setting the bar low, and they'd crashed the stock by setting the bar low. So we held on to it. Lots of Deep Knowledge Investing subscribers were buying in the, $9, $10, $12 range. And here's what happened. The company had given guidance, I think, for 14% growth, and actual results were up 21% for 2023. For the quarter, the company delivered revenue growth of 19%. Analysts were looking for 15%. These were solid beats. And then this time, Coursera gave, much better guidance for 2024. The guidance they gave was above, where the analyst estimates were for the year. So the analysts are going to have to take up their numbers on the stock. And basically, it's had a weak day or two, the stock has. But the stock has basically doubled off of the lows. And so holding it was the right move for for our subscribers who bought more. I'm glad they did. They've done really well. And the big difference here is, first of all, we're looking at a company with a great business model. Growth over the last 6 years has ranged from 21% to 59%, never lower. Right? That's a sign of a good business. One of the things that's hurt the stock is the competitors have been horrendous. Tutoring/cheating site Chegg has seen its stock get cut in half in the last year because of competition from AI. Coursera, and part of the issue is professors hate Chegg and they'll ban students for using it. It just has a bad reputation among educators. Coursera is benefiting from AI. There are a lot of people who want to learn to use it and are signing up for Coursera to learn to use AI better. Direct competitor 2U has a horrible business model. These guys have a business model that relies on selling online education at the same six-figure prices that people pay for the on-campus experience. It's a bad business model. Their stock in the last year went from $13 to below $1. It got obliterated. Coursera, on the other hand, has been growing. The free cash flow was better than people thought, and this time they gave guidance that was better than what the analysts were expecting. So seems like they have things under control.
Yeah, I can comment on that too. I know we're actually going through onboarding with Coursera right now. Just from a upskill standpoint, right? You talk about AI and new technology in the market, right? There's very, very, very few areas in which you can educate employees, groups of employees, and especially when you talk at that enterprise level, that upskill of employees. So I've always been bullish just on Coursera, not from everything obviously you've said, but just from the model itself, being a business owner and seeing, hey, where I want to invest into our business as well. So just a little nugget there.
Rob, what kind of classes are your employees taking on Coursera?
Yeah, so I'd say that, things are shifting, right, from a traditional education university standpoint. You're obviously getting much more focus and emphasis on the digital aspect of marketing and advertising, right? Everything I learned in early 2011, I graduated, right, it was all traditional lines, right? Traditional thought, theory, etc. Definitely has shifted, but even now with the technology, when you talk about AI, you talk about search engine optimization, paid media buying on all your favorite platforms, Meta, Google Ads, etc. It's constantly changing, shifting, and adjusting. So A lot of those courses that are hands-on, working directly with those types of lanes of marketing, I know are a big piece of Coursera's business. And that's just one tiny example, right? You probably have that example across all different types of verticals and businesses. So, but yeah, that's our big focus, is really filling that gap that traditional education is just not going to give you at the end of the day.
That's a great point. There was one of the sell side analysts from Goldman Sachs sent the stock down. I think it was down like 8-10% at some point during a day, because the Goldman Sachs analyst had said, we're downgrading all the education stocks because of AI.
Mhm.
And Coursera correctly responded saying, are you kidding? This is a huge opportunity for us. Yeah, some people will lose their jobs because of artificial intelligence, but more people want to know how to use it to keep their jobs,
No doubt. No
right?
doubt.
Or do
Yeah.
their jobs
Everything
better.
from efficiencies, doing their job better. Yeah, you better believe it. We've dove head first and we've seen noticeable gain. Yes, because of the AI, obviously, in terms of the platform, but more so because we encourage use, we're training on use, and now you're getting more out of those tools that are at their disposal.
Let me ask you one follow-up question about how you guys are using at Flying V, how you're using Coursera. How much are you paying to provide skills-based improvement and education for your employees versus how much would it cost you to hire somebody who already had that skill set?
Yeah. So basically they do it by a head count license seat, right? I think at the end of the day, we're around like $40-50 a user, absolutely unlimited access. From there, we're putting in guidelines, right? And that, hey, as a part of your job on a monthly basis, you got to complete one course, right? Or depending on the length of the course, right? It might be over a couple of months. So yeah, I mean, we're sitting at, I think, 10 license seats right out of the gate, $6,000 investment over the course of the year, and that's being applied, all throughout the organization. And just really investing in our own business that's already been there and the people that have been with us, right? You're talking a multiple of 10x plus, right, to bring in, and I don't even think they would be able to cover the scope of the knowledge that you're being able to build, because you're building across 10 different individuals.
So it will cost you 10 times more to hire one person with the skill set that you're helping 10 people develop within the organization.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that 10 times is probably very very conservative.
Yeah. So, if you want the case for Coursera, there it is, right? And that's why AI it's a threat to Chegg, but not to Coursera.
Great. Gary, thanks so much again for this week's 5 things. As we always mention, just to close up the end of the show, please jump on deepknowledgeinvesting.com. At least sign up at the minimum to be a free subscriber. You'll get updates and alerts on new content posted. There will be limitations to access. That's reserved for our premium subscribers. We have both a monthly option as well as a yearly option with some breaks. Really encourage you to check that out. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll continue working as hard as we can to provide you the best investment research insights. Gary, as always, thank you for doing such an incredible job in keeping the pulse on the markets for us. Any closing thoughts from you?
No, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this week. And over the weekend, we'll write next week's 5 things and see you guys next week. Thanks for taking the time to watch us. We know your time is valuable. And Rob and I both appreciate it. Thanks for being here.